Oh, did I? Oh, I misspelled the title. Hang on. Hey guys, gals, nobody pals. It's me, Will, and we're back. Back again. So cool, back again. With another. Oh, thank you for the head, Pet Slime. We're back with another My Furry Protogen stream. Yes, I'm actually intrigued by this game's lore now. And I'm actually starting to fall for the character. But yeah, I've just ordered some DoorDash food. So apologies if I have to go BRB in a few minutes. I just got back from work. I still need to eat, and I figured, you know what? I'm not gonna skip dinner like yesterday. I'm gonna eat today. So yeah. I hope I saved, by the way. Yes, I did. Okay, thank God. At 1 a.m. I've stopped playing at 1:38 a.m. All right, you just jump straight back into the game. Is my order gonna come? Is anyone gonna send me my food? Oh yeah, and the volume, the music. The music! I forgot about the music! Oh, wait, it's all the way up again. Alrighty. Oh, it's my volume is down. Is it? Uh, uh, do I have the correct audio thing set up? Oh, it was muted. Okay, never mind. It was muted, but I still can't hear anything though. Okay, there we go. Now I can hear stuff. Hi, Lime. Welcome in. Let me just close this. Do this. Uh, this. Okay, there we go. Now I see chat. All right, my order is being grabbed. All right. My heart sank at the mere thought that it will soon be destroyed. No, I couldn't let that. I couldn't let that happen. I couldn't. Oh yeah, by the way, I got spoiled. I looked up Juno on character.ai, and it's I found the one from My Furry Protogen 2, and right at the freaking introduction, it spoiled the ending of this game. So yeah, nice. My experience has been ruined. But yeah, I won't tell what happens. Or I won't tell what I've learned. I'll keep the surprise for you guys. Oh my God! I got jump scared by the music. The music! I forgot about the music. All right, that jump scared me. I can still recognize the default FL Studio drums and instruments. Oh my gosh! I have to confess something. I turned to Juno, who was sitting in the big captain chair. What? You see, I came to your planet for a reason. For the last few years, I've been chasing some kind of anomaly. It was like he was moving through space. I don't know how, but he was jumping from planet to planet. Every time I arrived at those planets, there was no one and nothing left to help. Even the virus was already dead. Even the virus was already dead. My wow Moshinaru. My sensors detected that the anomaly was approaching your planet, but I was hoping that bypass you. However, as you can see, this didn't happen. Did you say that this disease may not be dangerous for humans? I was hoping for that. A virus can be dangerous for all creatures, only for a small number of species. There were no humans or large animals on previous planets, and I hoped that the virus was killing only plants and small animals. But it turns out this isn't the case. Wait, but if the virus can be dangerous for every species, why then it can't kill everything unless it is artificially created? He froze, frowning and barely digesting Juno's words. What do you mean? That someone created this virus, and perhaps created it specifically for your galaxy, but I don't know who or why. When did this game come out? If it came out in like 2020, it would be pretty hilarious. My Furry Protogen release date. August 11, 2023. Okay, it's still after the COVID pandemic. Okay, it was still it was after the pandemic, so that's fun. It was artificially created. Do you remember the rumors that the COVID was artificially? Okay, I should shut up before my steam gets taken down for politics. I don't know if I'm right. We need more samples, more materials. So this anomaly is now on my planet? Yes, but I don't know if this is a living creature that infects everything around, or a cloud of energy. That face is so weird, by the way. Just a question mark on the side of the face, in the corner. Wow. Maybe some kind of object, a fragment of stone. You know where it is? Yes, but you can't go there like this. You need to first create some kind of protection. Diapers. Perhaps develop immunity. And for that we need more samples. Press my lips together, feeling an unspeakable weight on my shoulders. Everything silently became so complicated, serious, and dangerous that I didn't know how to react. It was as if a gloomy, black night was silently falling in the middle of a clear day, and I didn't know what to do with it, and Juno's confusion scared me even more. My DoorDash guy didn't give me the food yet. When's my food coming? No, I'm hungry. In a minute. Then you need to collect samples. That's what we're going to do, okay? It was necessary to stay stern and not let panic get to the better of the situation. This was what my parents and teachers taught me. To always control my condition and not to give in to anxiety, even if I really wanted to. This character is not me. Juno feigned a smile and nodded. She got up, came to me, and we stood in front of a huge window. You're right, Val. We will work together. I promise that I will try to do everything in my power to help you and your planet. I won't give up. I'll do everything I can. I give you my word. We were standing opposite each other. I felt my heart fill with warmth from just looking at Juno, from her voice, from the faint smile depicted on her helmet. I have never experienced anything like this, such engagement, such support. At some point, it seemed to me that I just had to hug her. It was what I did. I leaned forward and hugged Juno tightly with me. Oh, are we gonna see that? Art? No? Oh, damn. No close up to Juno. Oh, being hugged. Damn. She froze, not immediately realizing what was happening, and then hugged me back, holding her hands around my neck. We stood like this for several long minutes. I didn't know how much time had passed. It was warm and good in her arms, and I thought about what it would be like to stay with her forever. Just as my parents had been with each other all my life, I wanted to be with Juno. The thought was sudden, bright as a shooting star, and I'd never wanted anything so much. My heart started beating faster, and I hugged Juno even tighter. Oh my! I wish I could stand there here. I wish I could stand here with her forever, snuggled up to each other and not think about anything, leaving all my problems in the past. Wow, okay, that I will actually do the same. I will actually cling to her for dear life because I need cuddles so freaking bad. Thank you, Juno. Aw, look at that face. Look at that face. I think that's the first time I see her make that face. Look at that face. I whispered these words in her ear. Juno pulled me closer to her, burying her face in my shoulder. And at that moment I realized that I was completely hopelessly in love with her. Oh damn, already? Thanks for watching the stream, guys. We did it. All it took was a deadly virus to doom humanity. Wow. Ah, what a good ending. So, what now? Oh Jesus, that doesn't look good. We started working on a cure. Actually, Juno started, and in the meantime, I tried to help her in any way I could. I did absolutely nothing. I just looked at her boobs the entire time. We were collecting samples. Juno had given me a huge, strange suit. It was too little, too big for me. Wow, sorry, it was a little too big for me, and didn't let me out of the jet without it. What happened to my freaking food delivery guy? I think it's probably waiting outside, right outside my house, but my application says he's still at the restaurant. Collecting samples wasn't easy. Most of the animals infected with the virus became extremely aggressive before death. Damn, like rabies. A couple of times we barely escaped from the enraged fangers. Fang! Who chased us all the way to the jet until Juno pulled out a rifle and shot them. Here's the guitar again. The FL Slayer guitar. It seemed that the virus was simply driving its carriers crazy, standing over the corpses of animals. I thought only about how to stop it all. On the ship, I spent more and more time hanging around June in the lab, trying to learn something at least. June will keep me updated on almost all her actions, despite being tired. And even if I didn't understand everything, even if it wasn't easier for me than speaking an unfamiliar alien language backwards, I still tried to understand it until my brain screamed from the strain, just to get up to speed. The connection between Juno and I was getting stronger every day. I couldn't imagine an hour without her. We spent all our free time together chatting about all sorts of things, trying to distract ourselves from heavy thoughts. I told Juno what it was like for me in the village, how I was being prepared to become the chosen one, and in response she shared stories about her adventures with Doshi. She talked. Okay, my delivery guy died. Okay, no, no, just kidding. Sorry. They took us a pit stop. What happened? Maybe they just really had to piss. I don't know. She talked about the distant planets, about different worlds, beautiful and ugly, hospitable and aggressive. And the longer it lasted, the more deeply I fell in love with Juno. Sometimes it seems that this feeling was so strong, so huge, it will soon run out of space and be cramped in my chest. By the way, I did chat with Juno on character.ai and she's 100% a dummy mommy. She was teasing me and squishing my diaper a lot and being all happy about it and excited. Something that I feel like character.ai bots deviate from actual real characters, by the way. Sorry, actual, you know, the actual canonical canon behavior from the characters. I feel like character.ai bots are way too flirty and teasy than the actual characters. I really know how to tell her about it, or how to choose the right words. Oh my god, same. I feel that. One evening we were sitting opposite to each other after a long hard day. Why do you want to help our planet so much? Gina was distracted from her thoughts. What do you mean? Well, I'm just curious. I mean, our planet is probably just one of many for you. Why do you want to help us so badly? Gina was silent for a few moments. She was looking out of one of the huge windows in which the boundless dark space was visible. Don't know. I just want to help. And I want to help you. You are a great human, Vale, and I'm very glad that you have become my friend. How can she think that after what I've done in the game? I smiled gently and nodded. Thank you. I'm really glad I found you too, that we met. My heart was beating very fast in my chest. I suddenly thought that now was the time to stay. It was about time because there may not be a better moment. Who knew what awaited next? If all our plans would work out? What if I got infected and died with everyone else? For the first time in my life, I was in love, and I wanted June to know about it. I never thought I'd meet someone like you. That is, I didn't even hope, to be honest. You look at me with a puzzled expression on your face. What are you talking about? Well, I mean that, damn, it's not easy to say it. Osman sheepishly, June tilted her head and sighed like a bird. Say what? What do you mean, Vale? I shifted in my chair, gathering my thoughts, and couldn't turn back. Harry started. Well, I never felt this way, but I'm pretty sure that, very sure I'm in love with you. If you understand, if you have that in your culture. I need to go get my food. I'll be right back. The guy is coming to my house. It's rapidly approaching my location. I'll be right back.
If you guys are gonna do your thing, I'll see you all later then.
Yeah, we're gonna have sex.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was just about. You could about being bitches, but
And pasty pants.
And definitely clipping. Oh my god, and I got a follow.
Yeah, it is called as it is a strap. It is called a strap.
Not a strap on. It's a headset strap, not a strap on. Oh my god, you know what a strap on is? Oh my god.
I'm gonna look it up.
Your poor. No, don't ruin your poor innocent little mind. Ugh. Don't show it on stream.
Yeah, I'm just looking.
Mm.
Oh my god.
see this, but mwah, little kiss on the cheeks. Since suffocanto.
Right. My rules say sort by last name from A to Z. What does your rules?
Wave 24. Oh, is that Connie's car? Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no, it's because I uninstalled the files on my computer. Oh no, Connie. Connie's gonna be mad at me. Connie, I'm sorry. Connie, I'm sorry for uninstalling the files on my computer. Please have mercy, Connie. Connie, I'm so sorry. Just Connie, we can talk about this. Connie, no. Connie, I'm so sorry for uninstalling the files. I promise I will.
It's a good thing I put on my last name.
Holy shit.
Oh, Heartful bought me a present. What do you get me, Heartful? I show this in front of you. You sure? Oh god, I'm fainting. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh, I almost fainted.
No, we could not let them win. I'm sorry. Come on, play your cards, Vale. Anything.
Hmm.
Oh, actually, you know what? Reverse trade. Reverse trade.
Yeah.
Yes, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, good. That actually helped. Thank you. That
Yeah.
actually helped.
I'm sending this to Winter. Oh, to diaper changer. Winter needs this. Okay, hang on, hang on. My stream's gonna be very hard to look at because I'm just shaking my PP. That's gonna be taken out of context. Well, just think about it. You might have to warn enemies about Heracles.
You do not go to the bathroom. You hold it in, and you're gonna watch the stream, and never go to the bathroom and just watch me forever and ever. Don't eat. Don't go to the bathroom. Don't poop. Don't pee.
It was as if your very soul was glowing. Support me at streamloot/build-our-games. The freaking timing.
I'm gonna go to the menu so I can see it. Yeah.
He's inside the thing. You can
It's
open
inside
the
the wall.
side. No, you open it.
And you look like two peas in a pod. We are two peas in a pod. They're green. I'm the pod. They're the pea. Here, I can actually make it even better. Hold on. Now we're two peas in a pod. Aw, that was cute. Wow, Piggy Zoo.
Wowzy, wowzy. Winter is amazed. The whole freaking sofa. That's where I wanna be sat on. I mean, what? Oh my god. Wait. Do that again. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, hi, Axie. Welcome in. Uh, oh gosh.
why people like this character. But whoa, whoa, whoa!
Oh, what
You.
happened?
What the hell? He just moved and he just slide. He didn't even move. He just slid across the ground.
And it already just started moving. That's right.
Ended me too.
Experience. Oh, come on.
It's okay. I was there too. Let's just have
Oh,
Vale activate this Pokemon Center and they do a fun at it.
I'm having an asthma
yeah.
attack.
Don't do stuff online.
No, 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 no! Oh shit! God damn it! Oh, shut up! Gosh, it's not even like it's right at the beginning too. That's literally just the beginning. Come on, it's not obese. Shake your ass. Shake it. Shake your ass. Come on. Shake it. Harder. Harder. Shake your fucking ass. Shake it. Come on. Shake your fucking ass. Damn. Oh yeah, I'm using.
Your posture fancy.
Yeah, because you're tiny. You're a little baby. Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's me. Gooby is very much sniffing Vale's pants right there, right in the butt. That is all butt.
Just right in his butt. Oh man, he was so silly.
It's fun.
You're wearing sunfire or diaper? Yeah. I'm wearing shorts with big butt. I'm wearing shorts with a big butt. Baby can't use the potty. Baby can't use the potty.
I can barely hear the two of them. Okay, let me turn you up. Let me turn you both up. Oh, I forgot I changed I'm so sorry. I actually forgot I changed the music. Oh god, I am not gonna be able to take this seriously. I'm so sorry. I forgot. Oh god. Guys, I genuinely forgot it. I replaced the sound file. I'm so sorry. Oh god. Oh. Oh my god, this is amazing. Oh, I'm gonna listen. I'm sorry. I'm gonna listen to them.
Just look at this. Just be distracted by this. There's butt. There's butt right here. Oh, good. Wow. Class is in session. Now, pay attention. There will be a test later. The mechanics of a diaper are as follows. Vale feels a funny feeling in his tummy. It travels down here. He suddenly gets the urge to make an absolutely overwhelming mess in the seat of his diaper. That, of course, makes Vale very happy and causes a lot of funny feelings that I'm sure you all are familiar with. Now, because of the blushy feelings, something else happens in the front of here. It turns a deep shade of yellow, and then another shade of yellow somewhere around here. I don't need to explain any further. Are there any questions? You will be sat on. Thank you for coming to my absolutely diaper-brained lecture.
Powder, powder and piss smells so good.
New fragrance, powder and piss. For diaper-brained butts below the national average of intelligence.
It was proper candy as well. Yeah.
You're school for fight wife.
You know what? Share my love with you.
Oh, you. Yeah, school.
There's just too much stuff going on, and then there's someone who's just currently just snooping my pants. I'm not seeing any benefit in any of this, except for maybe Vale getting their treatment. School, everyone is
Listen, you did your best. That's what counts the most. Don't look at it as failing potty training. You're just getting better at diapers.
So I'm gonna have to wear diapers my entire life. No. Hello, I come from planet 12345. I have come for your diapers. Please give me your diapers. Give me your pale diapers. I want to snoof your pale diapers.
What is this? Oh, that's smooth.
Yeah, that's my inside. Have an empty cat.
Oh, yes, the cat.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Huh? What?
I was just smelling the flowers.
What? It's already full.
I need to piss so fucking bad.
This is pure pandemonium.
That is perfect. Look at that. Just finish fidgeting left and right. The whole whoopee cushion, the handshake. It's always funny. Even though that wasn't actually the whoopee cushion, I actually shot myself.
Ready? Go.
Oh my god, why does she sound so hot? I mean, they said the level's difficulty is hard, but the only thing that's getting hard is me.
Ready? Go. Fall out. Ready? Go.
That was such a bad joke. The trainer did not let him go to the bathroom before battling. Here, you can pee on me. I'm a grass type. Yeah. What is how many people are left? Was it the only one left?
Good job. Good fucking shit, Vale. You
I
actually
don't
made
know
it.
how you did that, but
Thank you.
good job.
Fucking amazing.
I am actually dumbfounded.
Oh my god, Val. You have no idea how many times we're so close to death.
Yes. Finally been champion. Yeah.
You're the last one left. Oh gosh. Bab! 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 I got Bab!
Fangs of youth, huh? Is that what you have?
Oh yeah, oh my god, I got 10 points for taking a photo of Stana. Did you say that? My brain didn't pay attention.
Yeah, it said Fangs of Youth.
Oh my god. That is so funny because Fang is a baby fur. Ah!
You pushed a few of them up, by the way.
Oh. Oh gosh.
Oh, for fuck's sake. So, okay. So while I'm dragging huge fucking milk cartons, you're just.
Oh my god!
No.
No! Fuck it, you guys! Oh, we did it!
Oh, I forgot I still have the image in the background.
This room has the werewolf.
Diaper bulge. You are so cute, by the way. I love this community, says Link.
Yeah, very cute. Oh, what the hell? What's that?
I need food.
Need food?
Oh, you have. Oh.
Oh, wait. Oops. Wrong button.
No!
Sorry. Oh my god, you're flying, Danny. Of course. Hit confirm. Why would you do that? Pineapple flavored piss.
Will be fucking good. I'm wondering if I drink enough like pineapple juice if it will taste like pineapple. I know it gets sweeter, but
Do you want me to do a taste test?
oh my god.
The old whoopee cushion in my hands trick. Oh, never mind. That was just me. I shot myself.
Food. Give me. I don't know. I need food. I need.
And
Don't push me in the lava. Don't push me in the lava.
oh,
Come on.
They come
Come on.
off your back, so go like with your back turn and then drop them in. Yeah.
No, don't. No. I'm gonna.
We got a
No.
cremate veil.
No.
there you go. Nope. No, you're dead. There you
No.
go.
Popping like popcorn.
Yeah.
They're bouncing around.
Zoom the splits. Oh my god.
They're having a thermal
I
reaction.
was about to get
There-
revived.
there
Why'd you
they'll
do
go.
that?
Wait, were you?
Yeah, my
Oh.
poison, my
Oh my
poison, my poison was wearing off.
Oh! I thought you were dead. Oh my god.
I was recovering.
That, that was my...
No, what do you like the smell? It was too stinky. Miles was too stinky for the horse. The horse just went and then left. Oh,
That is definitely stinky.
Oh no.
oh the freaking timing.
Emotional
The
damage.
timing.
Oh, never mind. That was just me. I shot
Someone,
myself.
someone played. I shot myself right after you did that. He played,
Perfect timing.
he played the fart sound and then I shot myself.
Fucking chaos.
Ew! Penis? I don't want to eat that!
No, no, that's a good one. God, Lord help me. Do it. Henry is the most to be supposed to eat this. Please. Painful for you.
I did. I did.
Like at home. That's big OCD.
You okay? I heard Bethany go. I had to go to the bathroom. Then I hear.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I forgot to mute.
You actually.
What?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Don't worry about it.
No, I think I have to explain.
Oh my god.
What? Did you poo yourself again?
No, I left my eggs cooking on this pan.
Oh.
Wait. Do you mean that you're trying to cook food while being drunk and being in here trying to be a drunk manager? Um,
Alright. Well, it looks fine. I named it.
Oh. You can name your cow.
Yeah. You
you
want
can
to see
name
the name of this one?
Oh my god.
what did you name it?
Can I get diaper bounces? One. Full diaper bounces.
No, I didn't mean to play the intro. Okay, okay. I'm back. Sorry about the wait. Sorry about the cliffhanger at the best moment of the game. I got my food. I'm finishing off my food right now. I'm gonna wash my hands after that, and then I'm gonna resume the game. But welcome on in, Kaz. Catching Fire and Nightshade. So good to see you. So my delivery guy probably crashed or something because the drink, at least the area where my drink was like all wet. The bag was a little crooked, a little broken. So I'm suspecting something went wrong with my order. But at least I got my food. I ate. I'm well fed now. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna go wash my hands. Gonna wash me hands. Me hands. And and then we'll see what how Juno will react to us confessing our love to her. Okay, I'm back for real now. Back, I'm ready to confess my love for Juno. Like, to be fair, like she's kind of fine. TBH. I mean, I'm just very lonely. Anyways, let's continue. Actually, I'm gonna check my DMs real quick. Okay, I'm done checking my DMs. Ah, Jesus Christ, the music. Music jump scare. Also, thanks for the cat pets, Kaz. I hesitantly fell silent, not knowing what else to say. The thoughts in my head were confused. Each one was stupider than the next. Because you're stupid. I must have looked terribly awkward, red with embarrassment, with a nervous look that dashed around the room. I didn't even know if Juno understood me. Maybe there was no such thing on her planet. A reddish blush was reflected on Juno's helmet. Well, are you sure? Feeling my heart flutter, I nodded. Yes, absolutely. I think I fell in love with you, almost immediately. I just realized later, I never been in love with anyone. Damn, how difficult this is. I never fallen in love with anyone, but I'm sure I'm in love with you. That's it. How can we so sure? How can I be so sure if you've never been in love? I shrugged my shoulders. I don't know, I just feel that way. That's all, I can't help myself. Yeah, that's what love is, it's an illusion. Anyways, it was a little too harsh. Juno paused, thinking about something. She looked out the window again. I didn't expect her to immediately rush into my arms, but I wanted her to know. And as soon as I voiced it, my heart felt somehow more at ease. I always been so afraid to get attached, especially after Toshi, but now, I don't know why, but I feel it for you too, Will. I want to be near you, I want to help you. I don't know why it happened, but she timidly fell silent, and I, feeling my heart flutter, whispered, Destiny, right? Juno laughed softly. Right. After that, everything happened by itself. Oh my god, that face, that freaking face, I can't with that face. There is such a cringe emoji face. I don't remember how close we got to each other. But Juno snuggled up to me and I to her. What do you mean you don't remember how close you got? Is this is the narrator in the future or something? What the heck is going on? To the grammar. At that moment, every action we did felt so. Every action we did felt so right that I didn't focus on the specifics of it. It was just wonderful. And then the main protagonist wakes up. That was so bad. Imagine. We fell silent, settling back into our chairs, both completely exhausted, being our chairs. Okay, it was just me though. I was being head chair. Juno? Can you see to my face again? Can I ask a question? This isn't character of the eye. Stop asking that. It is something personal again. She smiled at me affectionately and nodded. Just ask it already. About Toshi, well, I just thought. Were you with him too? Well, together? Like in love and all that? June looked at me for a few long seconds. There was no expression on her helmet, and at first I thought I had said something terribly offensive. Not that it was important for me to know. I didn't care what Juno had before me. Finally, after thoughtfully considering my question, Juno shook her head. No, Vil, Toshi and I were best friends. I never thought of it that way. We're like a family. Can I be your little then? Always together, help each other, support it. But what we have, well, this is completely different. I feel different, not like with him. This feeling isn't stronger or weaker, it's just different. Okay, I get it. Thank you for answering. Thank you for answering. Bye. Don't mention it. Have you had anyone? But I just told you that I never fell in love before. What do you mean? What kind of question is that? I just told you that I didn't have anyone. I blushed and shook my head. No, in our village with this, well, it's kinda difficult. Why? Are there no girls in the village? There are, of course, but they all care about what I was the chosen one. They talked about it all the time, and they weren't interested in me. Of course, I could use my status and get any girl, but I don't want that. I always wanted something real, you know? Freaking talk to a robot. I wanted something real, you know? Said the main protagonist to a robot. to the robot I fell in love with. Lol. Juno shook her head. Not really. What do you mean by real? Well, I wanted real feelings, wanted to fall in love, so we love each other in general. It wasn't interested in just getting close to a girl for the sake of getting laid, you know? I always dreamed that I will have the same as my parents. What's special about your parents? I smiled softly, remembering Dad and Mom. They indeed love each other. As soon as they met, they immediately realized that they were made for each other. Well, that's what they told me. It's all a lie! And all my life they were together, supported each other, looked at each other with such a loving look. And it seemed to me that I would never have such a thing. Definitely not with the girls from the village. I hoped, of course, that maybe in the future we'll find someone or another village will see me as me, not a savior. However, I didn't think that my beloved would be from another planet. I laughed, and Juno laughed along with me. Well, you did want someone special, so you got it. Unable to restrain my tenderness in my chest, I took Juno's hand and pressed her palm to my lips. What the fuck? At that moment, Pixie came to life above the ceiling. Juno, the sample analysis is finished. You asked me to tell you. Alright, the analysis. Thanks, Pixie. Juno started getting dressed, and I asked, dressed? What clothes do you wear? And I started putting on clothes as well. Wait, has Pixie seen us all this time? Juno laughed out loud when she heard the undisguised shame in my voice. Is that a yes? Was he also watching me in the bathroom when I took a shit? We continued to work on the medicine in the incessant race against time. The only place we found solace was in each other's arms. Next to each other, we could relax, throw away all our thoughts. I understood that soon we will have to cross another line in a rapidly developing relationship. But I was terribly worried because I had never been with a girl before. Oh my god, I just had a really crisp thought. Like, imagine you have like a privacy violating AI assistant that just watches over you the entire time, even when you take a shit. And you go to the bathroom, you take your shit, and then you leave the bathroom, and then all of a sudden the AI assistant that gives you advice on like diet and how to like heal diarrhea or something like that just starts casually giving you like advice on health advice on poop, how to poop healthier. And you're like, I don't need to know that. Shut up. Why are you telling me this after I took a shit? Are you watching? Are you analyzing my stool sample? Okay, I don't need to make this any more cursed than it already is. Why do people watch me? Why do people watch my streams when I'm like this? It was a bit shape of me as a guy. Most of all, I was afraid to lose face right in front of Juno. And lose head too. I need to blow my nose. I need to blow. I'm gonna blow! When the next day came to an end, June and I went to the sleeping compartment. There was a huge bed on which we now slept together. Yeah, let's go! We get bed cuddles. Juno didn't go into the capsule anymore, deciding that the bed was big enough for the two of us. Oh my god, I can't with that face! When she came, I was already sitting on the bed. What do you mean she came? Juno smiled and began to slowly remove the armor plates, gradually exposing her body. Uh-oh. And uh um do I need to cover up the screen or something? We did it again. Okay, I'm just gonna I'm gonna YOLO it. We did it again. Did what? Did they just have sex? Our bodies were filled with drowsiness and fatigue. Did they just fuck? Did he just not? Juno lay there for a while trying to catch her. Did we seriously just have sex after realizing that my home planet is in danger of going extinct? And I'm over here having sex with a freaking alien. What the fuck is this lore? What the fuck is this writing? Oh yeah, my home planet is about to go extinct. Oh, I'm just gonna have sex with you. What is this? What is this writing? Did we... Can't believe we actually fucked during a freaking pandemic. Also, what do you mean we did it again? Like, when was the first time? When did the first time happen? So, what do you say? I felt my heart start beating faster. After all, it was my first time. What if Juno imagined everything differently? I didn't want to hear that she was disappointed, although, judging by how it went, she quite liked everything. Oh, I can say that everything went just fine for the first time. Juno turned her head to me, a smile appeared on her carpet. I am disturbed. Maybe it is my asexualness coming through. But I am legit uncomfortable what just happened. Why did we just do that without actually like asking? We just went for it without like, it was so freaking sudden. Like, I don't know, I know I may be biased because I'm asexual, but at least like try not to be so freaking sudden with it. Just take your time, get there. Be gentle. Oh my god. Jesus. Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna forget that happened. Just move on. We definitely should repeat this, Juno, please. Really? Phew. Well, great. I'm happy. And I was also happy to do this. Do this again. When was the first time? Juno jiggled and hugged me. Did you like it? I never done it with someone else. I don't know how. Everything was great, really. I never experienced anything like this. Was this to confirm my words? I pressed myself in closer to Juno, completely squeezing her into me. She smiled, turned to me, and butted her forehead into my shoulder. Then we'll do it again tomorrow, okay? Oh my god. We're gonna have sex every day. I'm doing the freaking I show speed face right now. Please, I need this. My mom's kinda homeless. Oh, I'm cringing so hard. And I feel bad because I know there's many of you guys that aren't actually asexual. But this is too much for me. Okay. Just move on. Just move on from that, please. Welcome to the Cure wasn't easy. Every day we became more and more convinced that we were dealing with a much more dangerous thing than just a simple virus. Jules spent more and more time in the laboratory, and we went down from the ship to Earth less and less. Okay, to be fair, at least knowing that this game is still enjoyed even though it can disturb some people, like me, makes me feel like my game is just fine. Because my game also disturbed some people when I showed the game to my friends. There was one that was traumatized by the pissing scene in the game. But this game traumatized me, so I guess I'm fine. Every game needs a cringe scene, so my game is fine if it has one. From the height of our jet, it was clearly visible how the virus was devouring forests. They turned black, as if a flame has passed over them, and when we went down to take samples, even the birds couldn't be heard. The whole planet seemed to be dying right before our eyes, while we were having sex. Sorry, Vale, but it seems to me that everything is much more serious than we thought. I was lying on the bed, looking at the ceiling. June and I had been working in the lab all day, and fucking in the lab all day. Well, she worked for the most part, and I just hung around and tried to lend a helping hand at every opportunity. You did absolutely nothing, you just stood there and asked for sex. Well, I think so too. If I can't do anything, Juno, don't. You can't. I sat up on the bed and took her hand. Juno looked at me with sadness on her face. I'm not that powerful, Bill. I may not succeed, and then I want you to. Let's just not think about it, okay? Let's look at things more positively. Everyone is fucking dying. We still have time, right? Also, I think I reached a follower goal on Twitch. Who followed me when I was AFK? Oleg. We're going in, Oleg. Okay, no no profile picture then. Juno shrugged and sat doubtfully. Well, I hope so. Great. Now let's just get distracted for now, okay? Yeah, sure. Let's just have sex while everyone's fucking dying. Juno smiled. Having fun was a great way to keep yourself in at least some semblance of calm. We did it to recycle ourselves, to pass the time, to get to know each other better, to calm down and find shelter in each other's arms. Whoa! Jumpscare. Juno jumpscare. I leaned forward so quickly that Juno didn't have time to notice how I was already there. As my warm, dry lips pressed against her lips. Oh damn. We're making out? How do you make out with a Protogen? Do you just lick the visor? Juno wrapped her arms around my neck, pulling me even closer. Butterflies fluttered in my chest, and incredible excitement pulled at the bottom of my stomach, which intoxicated me, stupefied me. There wasn't a single thought left in my head. No thoughts, brain empty. My body was filled with exhaustion. I rolled over onto my back with difficulty and looked at the ceiling. Juno was lying next to me, breathing just as hard, clearly unable to focus on anything in particular. We both enjoyed the complete emptiness in our heads. Wait, did we fuck again? It was wow. I never thought it was so cool. Backdoor thing? Yes, it is unusual. I like it too. Backdoor. Juno jiggled and settled up against my side. I immediately hugged her, kissing her somewhere in the helmet. We lay in silence for a few minutes. Then I started to say, "Thank you for doing all of this for me. I mean, the cure and stuff. You didn't have to. It's not even on your planet. You can just fly home at any time or somewhere else. Thank you for being with me. It's important to me." Juno raised her head and looked at my face. There isn't anything to be thankful for, Belle. Thanks to you, I felt again how great it is to have someone around. When there is a living being who is attached to you, who loves you, I really missed it. I was so lonely until I met you. She laid her head on the pillow next to me and pressed her forehead, covered with a helmet, against my shoulder. I felt a surge of the strongest tenderness and squeezed her as tightly that she almost squeaked. What about Pixie? My lips stretched into a smile. What about Pixie? Well, he was your friend. Pixie, of course, is my friend, but what? Pixie's voice suddenly rang out and almost jumped at me to laugh out loud. He's eavesdropping! Excuse me, Vale. I have to know what's going on with the ship. You don't have to eavesdrop on our conversations, Pixie. You don't have to. Okay, now I have two dear creatures next to me. Satisfied? Pixie responded positively. We're in a party! The moment of truth awaits us tomorrow. Juno turned to me as soon as I entered the bedroom after a long day of work. I just had to come out of the shower stall, which I had kind of learned to cope with. And I wanted to get into the bed with Juno as soon as possible. Damn. We barely touched each other all day. She had to work in the lab almost constantly. Alrighty? If this attempt fails, I don't know what else to do. Oh my god, I recognize every instrument in this music. Okay, I had to stop. That's why it's so difficult to get the cure out. We will succeed, if not now then. If not now then... Oh, I'm recording? Damn. Hang on, there you go. If not now then, it will be too late. I'm sorry to say this, Phil, but that's what I'm afraid of. It will be too late. I sighed, saying nothing against it. I was thinking about going to my parents, if you don't mind. I want to see them, make sure they're alright. I think they have already realized that something terrible is happening. Juno squeezed my hand in hers as a sign of support. They're gonna fucking kill me. Of course, this is the right decision. But I'll give you a protective suit. You can't land without it right now. You could get infected, and then I don't want to think about what might happen then. I don't want to lose you. Juno looked at me with a sad look. She doesn't look very sad in the picture though. You won't, I promise. Everything will be fine. Juno came up to me and hugged me. My hands went to her waist by themselves and slid the curls in her hips. Damn! Juno shuddered under my hands and pressed closer, reducing the distance between us to a minimum. I could feel how hot Juno was under my hands, under my fingers that were squeezing her hips, making her pulse beating. Oh my god. That face. Will, I want you so much. I kissed her neck again. Okay, she's got a fluffy neck though. I like that. I want you to. Oh my god, that face. Damn, Phil, I definitely missed it when I was down in space. I smiled. Here's a reason for you to stay longer. Juno laughed and elbowed me in my side. Do you think I will linger for such a thing? Well, no. I turned my head to her, studying her helmet. And what will you stay here for then? My voice sounded hoarse and quiet, timidly, as if I was afraid to hear the answer, but I really was. I was really afraid to hear it, but she wouldn't stay here. She wouldn't stay here for me. That when this virus story ended, if it ended, she'd just fly away and I'd be left alone. Just the thought made me uneasy. I no longer knew how I would live without her. After all, Juno was the only one who understood me. He was the only one who didn't see me as the chosen one, but just a guy from a planet unfamiliar to her, who imposed himself on her as a friend and then became somehow more. At least I hoped that I'd become something more for her. I convinced myself that it couldn't have been just any other way. We spent so much time together and we enjoyed each other's company so much. We constantly talked about everything in the world, sharing our experiences. We were forgotten in kisses and having fun, so bright, so pleasant, that all the bad thoughts were knocked out of our heads. All problems were forgotten for a moment and disappeared. There was just the two of us on this planet again. No virus, no danger hanging over our heads. Oh my god, he keeps playing party animals. Excuse me. Juno studied my expression carefully. I didn't know what she had read there. Hope, fear, tenderness? She reached out and touched my cheek, stroked the skin with her tongue. I will stay for you, Vale. Her words made my heart pound wildly against my ribs. I had never heard such a sincere, tender confession. I wanted to jump up and scream with happiness. Ah! Happiness in the middle of the end of the world. I found it with Juno. A wide, bright smile appeared on my lips. And I will fly into space for you. Juno laughed and snuggled up to me, still completely naked. Can the main character stop being so not relatable? Hope you don't have to, Vale. I'll try not to have to. Try not to have to. I found Juno in the lab the next morning. Today I knew it would be the day of all days. Juno was visibly nervous. She got up before me, took a shower, and then immediately sat down in the laboratory. When I found her, she was standing at one of the devices, fully dressed and watching the numbers on the display that only she understood. I walked over and stood behind her, putting my hand on her back, between her shoulder blades. Well, okay, shoulder blades. No wait, no, never mind. That's not what they're called. But it is a blade, at least. Well, any progress? Juno sighed. She was extremely tense. I could feel her muscles tensing on her head. We'll know when this analysis is over. If everything worked out, then we have a cure. I'll give it to you right away, and then we'll figure out how to give it to the whole planet. Juno nodded and gave me a weak smile. Correct, we need to do this at all costs. But this analysis will solve everything. What about my family? Did I go visit them or not? Come on, there is no point in standing here. Nothing depends on you anymore. Wait, what? Oh, you said I can't think of anything else. I already finally resolved the possible investment. No. Yeah, stay here. Do you mind if I take a jet and visit my village? Been thinking about this for the last months, but for some reason I felt that nothing good was waiting for me there. But I understood that I had to do it. And I'm not gonna matter how my parents and others will greet me. It didn't matter what they will say, whether they called me crazy. The most important thing was to save them, and do everything in my power to do so. And if something didn't work out, I tried not to think about it. I didn't want to let dark thoughts take control of me, but I couldn't completely vanish. Thanks for the hydrate, eye shade. But I couldn't completely banish these thoughts from my head. After all, there was a possibility that we simply wouldn't be able to help anyone. Of course, I believed that June would invent the cure, but I understood by that time I will have to face heavy losses. No, I don't know who will survive this epidemic, and maybe my village wouldn't survive either. Therefore, my personal promise will be the chosen. The resentment of the villagers against my resentment against them seem negligible now. And if it didn't work out, I just had to meet them to apologize and say that despite the escape, I still love them. And after a bit, but I'm back. How's little Stinker doing today? And doing a little better. I'm distracted. I'll tell you that. I'm distracted. Juno wasn't against my idea. We shared my words. She smiled and nodded. Of course, be sure to go to her parents. I think they missed you. I will tell them hello from you. From my AI girlfriend. Okay. Turning around, I headed towards the exit. Bill! Decided because all you can do is mouth stinky pants, here. Yeah, and think about big pooped protogens. Juno's voice sounded strained. I turned around. Don't tell anyone about me or the cure yet, would you? I don't know what will happen. There's no need to give false hope in advance. Just visit them and that's it, okay? But if we were gonna give them the cure? Juno was right. No matter how hard it was admit it, I couldn't tell anyone about her. Definitely not now. After all, the future was still unclear. Will something come out of this analysis? Was there anything we could do? Okay, I get it. I'll be back soon. I still didn't know how to fly a jet. For me, it was real magic. It was easier to learn to move objects with the power of thought. By the way, you are very cute. Thank you, Catching Fire. Thank you. I don't see myself as such, but I've heard a decent amount of people telling me that, so I believe it. But fortunately for me, Pixie, to whom I had managed to get used to and even became attached to for the past few weeks, coped with this task perfectly. It coped. I've seen your Pixie here. You haven't seen my face though. You just saw my butt. I gotta blow my nose again. Wait, Catching Fire, aren't you the streamer from the Twitch squad? Actually, wait. I think I'm just tripping. Okay, I don't think you are from the. Oh, you are okay. You are never mind. You are.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I wasn't expecting you. I wasn't expecting you to just go okay. What?
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm on the aerospace team. Okay, you're a streamer, stinky streamer. Please, Will, put on the protective suit Juno gave you. I'm afraid the virus infection rate in this area is very high. Uh, I felt like my heart stopped in my chest. I sank into a horrible moment. Was it really too late? Was it too late already? I was stinky the mouth. Our being put on the suit, waiting for with bated breath for the landing. The jet, to my surprise, flew almost all the way to the village and then dropped me off at the river. When I stepped on the ground, I immediately saw that it was too late. My village, once a beautiful, wealthy place, lay in ruins. The grass under the fruit was withered and blackened, and the trees stood bare as if they had been devoured by flames. If you are willing, though, feel free to show me a pic of your face. You have to know. Yeah, I don't really do that. Uh, I don't like showing my face anymore. That's okay. Yeah. I just don't want to get doxxed, that's all. Even though there's plenty of information to get me doxxed already. Uh, nah, I don't want to go through that. Here and there lay the corpses of animals, livestock, wild animals from the forest. But as soon as I set foot in the territory of the village, the picture only got worse. There, behind the fence, the groups of people were waiting for me. Cold goosebumps ran round my back. My skin seemed to be covered with frost. I froze, looking at this terrible, tragic landscape in shock. People were lying everywhere on the ground, among the destroyed houses, among the corpses of animals. Our neighbors were there. Stephen was there, who sent me a suit for my birthday. Damon was there. My teachers, girls with whom I once went on dates, others healers. My throat felt like someone's hand was squeezing it, because so hard to breathe I almost suffocated, as if something was stuck in my lungs. Everything lay in burning ruins. Almost all the houses were destroyed. I walked past dead bodies, pale, with red black blood in the mouth. Their eyes were fixed high into the sky, bleached white, cloudily. Now I just hurt my stomach. I barely restrained the urge, but pulled myself together in time and ran towards the house. I ran, taking apart the road. It was as if my legs were carrying me. Although now it was almost impossible to distinguish the streets. Everything was equally destroyed. The smell of rotten flesh stuck in my nose. My heart was pounding furiously. Only one thought was beating in my head. If only I could make it. If only I could. If only. I didn't know who I was praying to. I didn't believe in higher powers, but now my disbelief has receded, giving way to stupid, confused prayers. Please let Mom and Dad be okay. Let them wait for me. Let me see them again, at least once. I broke into our house. It was unusually quiet, cold and lonely. The door was torn off its hinges. All decorations in the house were piled on the floor. It seemed like a tornado has passed through here. I'd never seen such a mess. My hands trembled. I only managed to push out. Mom, Dad, it's me. Mom, Dad, are you here? No one answered me. It was as if no one had been there for a long time, and life had just left this place weeks ago. Frost ran over my skin, chilling into the bone, even through the suit. It was so cold in here. I went further into the house. When I got to my parents' room, I froze when I heard a strangled wet cough. At the same moment, I burst into the room, literally knocking out the already flimsy door. Mom! My heart sank into my heels. I saw my mom lying on the bed. She was as pale as a sheet, as if all the blood was being drained out of her. Her lips were blue. She was breathing raggedly, wetly. A dried trail of black blood was already draining from the corner of her mouth. Mom, Mom! I fell on my knees in front of her, trying to wake her up, trying to somehow bring her to her senses. Her hand in mine was so cold that even through the protective suit I could feel how icy it was. Phil, son, is that you? Yes, Mom, it's me. I'm back. Will you hear me? I'm here with you. What a joy. I'm so glad you're back. Where have you been, honey? Your dad and I, we miss you so terribly, terribly. She broke off with a huge hoarse cough. I jumped from my seat and looked up for a bowl of water, but then realized the water must be from the well. And Juno said everything was infected, including the forest, and I wasn't water. Returning to my mother's bed with nothing, I collapsed to my knees and squeezed her hand again. Mom, I'm so sorry. What happened here? Where is everybody? We were attacked by wild animals. They came running out of the forest, as if distraught and began to destroy everything, attacking us. We tried to defend ourselves, but didn't work out, honey. And Dad, where is he? Mom looked at me with wide eyes, and once they were a completely different color, and her lips trembled. Dad passed away. After these animals suddenly appeared, almost everyone in the village was infected with that strange element. Dad was helping the survivors, and he immediately fell down. I couldn't do anything without anything. A tear rolled down her temple. Then I suddenly realized that I was also sobbing. Tears were streaming down my face. It became difficult to breathe in the suit, and the hammer was fogging up. But Mom didn't seem to see it at all. No strange clothes on me, no flashing lights. She looked at me straight in the eyes, and that only made her heart hurt more. Sorry, Mom, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I left. It is unforgivable. You were all right. I shouldn't have left. The prophecy came true, and then... Damn it, it's all my fault. It all died because of me. I barely restrained myself from hitting the floor with my fist, raging guilt bubbling me. They squeezed my heart so hard that I couldn't do anything about it. I couldn't bring myself to calm down. All my life I've been told that I should say I was born. I was told that I had a huge responsibility on my shoulders, and I was too selfish to accept it. Just take your mom to the ship. You have the cure there. And now the people was dear to me and my parents had died. She's still alive, take her to the fucking ship. And my naive village, the place where I grew up, where I spent my whole life rain ruins. It was all my fault, and the realization of this suffocated me, cut like a knife. I was scared, but at the same time I understood that nothing could be fixed. You can take your mom to the ship. How to live on with this guilt? What are you saying, Will? I left, the prophecy said I left, I was will be destroyed. And here it is, all because I ran away like a coward, all because of me. I continued to sob strangled, but when I looked up to Mother, I failed to see the contempt, accusation in her eyes. All this wasn't there. Mom smiled weakly with blue lips, looking at me with a bleary look. Do you know where it all started, Bill? When these animals came, and then the people got infected and started dying. All Dad and I thought about and thanked Mother or Heaven for was that you were not here. That you probably escaped and were now somewhere far away, safe. Mom, forgive us, darling. I'm sorry that we forced you to live the way you didn't want to. Dan and I are we love you very much. Promise me you'll remember this forever. No matter what happens, promise me you won't be mad at us anymore. We realized we were wrong, honey. We were really sorry. Mom, what are you saying? Of course I forgive you. I'm not mad at you, Mom. Mom smiled. She squeezed my hand in hers with the last of her strength. My fingers were shaking violently. Good. She whispered the word in a very audible, hoarse voice, and that moment her chest heaved with heavy, slow breathing stopped. Couldn't believe what I was seeing. The smile froze on her lips. She stopped breathing. I jumped and grabbed her by her shoulder. Mom, no, Mom, wake up, Mom, we're finally cured, wake up, come on. It was too late. There was no one to save. My throat was filled with sobs again. Take her to the fucking ship! I couldn't even touch my mom. I couldn't kiss her on the forehead goodbye. Somehow managing myself to look a blanket and cover her body. Sorry, Mom. I'm sorry it happened. Having said these words, I flew out of the house, and as soon as I was outside, I fell to my knees, right into the dirty ground, wet from the rain, and screamed with all my strength. I screamed until I tore up my throat. I beat the ground with my fists. The world around me was breaking into small pieces. Whenever I heard I had no strength left, I went limp to the ground. I wanted to visit the streets for the last time. For the last time, I remember walking around the streets, training with dying men, helping my father in the garden. Everything was lost. I had nothing left, nothing but Juno. And as soon as her name flashed in my head, I jumped up on the ground around towards the jet. Basically to me as if and asked if everything was okay. Your condition is unstable, Will. Doesn't matter, take me to Juno. Yes, Will. Am I sick? Did I get the virus? The flight passed me. The flight passed for me in a kind of trance. I could only see the face of my mother, who had died in my arms. And I blame myself for her death because I should have been there. I should have come back earlier. What did I do? I ran away like a coward looking for my dream while I had such a responsibility. It was too late to lament about it. I was enveloped in such a rage I had never experienced before, and it was directed only at one creature, at the curse anomaly. I was ready to lay down my life to take revenge, to destroy this something, whoever or whatever it was, whoever or whatever it created it. Once I was finally on the ship, I flew into Juno's lab. We urgently had needed to kill this time anomaly now. June was sitting in a chair. She looked extremely downcast. What happened to their pronouns? She looked extremely downcast. His shoulders were slumped. His gaze was fixed somewhere on the floor. Did they transition? I jumped up to her and shook her by her shoulder. Make up your freaking mind. Are you gender fluid? Juno, we just need to restore this filth. I was shaking all over, but Juno only responded in a lifeless voice. It is impossible. What? How is that impossible? What are you even talking about? Juno continued to look down, her hands on her hips. She looked tired and completely destroyed. What are you talking about, Juno? We can't create a cure. These temples didn't work out. What we have isn't enough. I need more time. A month, 6 months, or a year. I don't know, it's not possible right now. Sorry, Will. I'm sorry what happened. I would rush around the lab. What do you mean impossible? You said you could do it. You said we are halfway to the goal. You know what you're saying. I'm sorry, but I couldn't have known that. The attempt failed. I didn't know what else to do. Any more time. How much longer? My parents are dead. Everyone is dead. How much more time is needed? You look at me startled. Will, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I covered my face with my hands, trying to breathe and not let the tears come into my eyes. Tell me where the anomaly is. You said you knew. I'm going to go and destroy this shit, wherever it is. You shook your head emphatically. Are you crazy, Phil? I understand your pain. Believe me, I understand what it's like to lose dear ones. But you can't rush into the pool with your head like that. You don't know what kind of anomaly it is. You'll just die. You don't even have immunity. Yes, but I don't care what is immunity. I'm going to restore this thing. Just tell me what it is. I can't. Juno, didn't you hear? My parents are dead. My whole village, they're all dead. Some return of our wild animals all been infected and died. There is no one left, nothing, emptiness. I don't care how dangerous it will be. I just want to avenge them. I'm ready for anything we hear. Just tell me where to go. Juno went silent for several minutes. She stared at me in silence. Her expressionless, as if she had just blacked out for a few moments. But I knew she hadn't. I was waiting for her answer. Somewhere deep in my soul, behind the tornado of rage and despair, I understood what a difficult, almost insurmountable step for Juno it was. What I pushed her to, sending me the last survivor of certain death. The one she was attached to, the one who literally forced her to get attached, begged, stay by her side, and I was asked to let me go. I knew what she was thinking. I knew that she understood what she was responsible for me. And I was condemning her to a terrible fate to be the only survivor again. But the despair in my gaze was too obvious, too bright. I was like a dying animal. I couldn't stay. Juno, as if seeing from my luck that it was useless to dissuade me, that it was my only chance to somehow avenge my parents, silently nodded. She just sat there for a few moments, not moving, clutching the arms of the chair. Then, in a lifeless voice, she said, Pixie, take Vale where he asked. The anomaly. Yes, Juno, we'll proceed to the jet. I stood in front of her, not daring to take a single step. Gradually, the rage began to ease. My hands clenched into fists. I wanted to hug her. I wanted to promise that I would come back. But what was the point of making promises that I couldn't keep? After all, I understood that the chance of returning was negligible. But I wanted to take a chance, though I no longer understood what for. Everyone I cared about was dead, except Juno. Only she stayed by my side. Only she was with me, and I was going to leave her. I was going to leave. Is that what friends do? Is that what lovers do? But I didn't stay. Thank you, Juno. Thanks for everything. Juno didn't say anything, just turned away, not wanting to watch me walk towards the jet, as the doors closed behind me. I felt like a double traitor, because now I was going to drag June again through what happened to her until she died. But I didn't have any choice. If I couldn't save my family, I couldn't change the course of things. I wanted to be able to at least avenge them. Even if I die, even if it was the last thing I do in this life. When Pixie brought me to the indicated place before leaving, I asked, Pixie, can you give June a message in case I don't come back? I knew I didn't have much of a chance. All I had at my disposal was rage, and I didn't know what I was going to fight against. Of course, Phil, what should I tell her? I thought for a couple of moments. There was a lot I wanted to say, but I didn't have time for it, and I didn't want Juno to be too hurt while she was listening to it. Tell her I love her, and it wasn't her fault. It will be done, Will. I smiled at Pixie, even though he couldn't see it. Thank you, Pixie. You're a nice helper. Keep an eye on Juno. Of course, Will, but I still hope that you will come back. I didn't answer and stepped into the black earth. Dying from the disease? Damn, I died already? Juno was right. I shouldn't have started all this. Maybe it would have been better if I had just stayed on the ship with her, tried to find the cure, found out the plan, and then went to take revenge, but it didn't matter now. It was too late to replay. I couldn't turn back time, though I would like to. I was lying on the withered dark grass and looking at the sky. It was incredibly beautiful, only the sky seemed to be untouched by the disease. Clouds slowly floated over my head. Tila with accommodation saw watching me die. This was expected, of course. What was I thinking? The cave in which the anomaly was hiding glowed bright red and turned out to be overflowing with animals. They were already deeply ill and completely distraught. Therefore, I didn't have a chance to break through. I was just trampled. I could feel my whole body wanting in pain. I must have had a good half of my bones broken. There was a taste of blood in my mouth, and a broken nose made it difficult to breathe. But despite this, I still look up at the sky, admiring how beautiful this was for the last time. Maybe the next life was waiting for me. Maybe there was the mother of heaven after all, and there, in her village, my parents were already waiting for me, waiting for all those who died because of me. The mother of heaven would probably be terribly displeased with me. After all, she gave me a task, and I failed it so shamefully. And what would the villagers say? Oh, they'd be furious. They had been telling me for so many years that I'd saved them, and where was I now? They're all dead. They can't really think of anything. I didn't save anyone, and I couldn't even avenge them. Probably, after all, it wasn't me who should have been the chosen one. It wasn't me who should have been the chosen, but Damien. He definitely wouldn't have left these people, not like I did. If fate really existed, if there was a model of heaven and lit, then they had decided that I was decommissioned material. And my destiny was to die like this, here all alone, under the weight of unspeakable guilt. What a strange fate. What a strange thing fate was after all. Even excuse me, even when it was all predetermined. You could throw up surprises, but it was all my fault. And I was ready to accept this punishment with honor. A major squeak came to me, as if through a column of water. It was hard to breathe. My body tingled, my fingers tingled away. I opened my eyes and looked at the ceiling. There was no sky above me anymore, only dark metal. I tried to call for help, opened my dry lips, but only a whisky escaped from my mouth. Tears rolled down my temples. It took me a while to figure out what was going on. Where am I? Am I dead? When control over my body began to slowly return, I got up from the place I was lying. It turned out to be a bed, quite soft and comfortable. I had some wires attached to my arms, which stretched to a strange device that looked like a box. What the? As I almost swung my feet on the floor, I raised my hands, rubbed my eyes several times. Where was I? Was this all real? Juno? My voice was too harsh to shout. I coughed and breathed readily. Tears sprang out of my eyes again. Somehow I got up and went in search of Juno. It was at a ship. I wouldn't have confused with anything else. I found Juno at the control panel. She was sitting at the captain's chair, looking out the huge window at the small planet North, seemed even smaller. Or were we just moving on? Juno? Juno turned around. When she saw me, she jumped up, froze, not knowing what to do next. She didn't seem to know how to react, what to say. My throat tightened with spasm. I coughed blindly again. Well, Juno finally flew up to me. When she was only a meter away from me, she rushed into my arms, squeezed me tightly, pressing her whole body against me. How glad I am, Phil. What happened? How long did I sleep? Juno pulled away from me, I guess sad and gloomy. For a long time, I swallowed. How long? Juno looked guilty for some reason. A month. Sorry, Phil. What? I looked around as if there might be some clues. In my memory, my last moments are preserved only in fragments. I licked my dry lips and not noticing a bottle of water. I immediately picked it for a greedy sip. The first time anymore. What happened? I remember dying. I think. I don't know if this is really true or if it was a dream. I found you at the cave with the anomaly. You were badly hurt. I took you away. You were still breathing, but then it turned out that you were infected. I'm so sorry, Vil. I've been working all month trying to do everything in my power. I haven't left your side. But I did it. There is a cure. But it only helped you. Forgive me. Forgive you? Are you kidding, Juno? You saved my life. Thank you. I'll be forever in your debt. You gave me a cruel smile. My whole body was still expressed an extreme degree of sadness and guilt. So I went over and took her hand. Really, Juno, it's not your fault. You saved me. Juno sobbed. I shouldn't have let you go. How stupid I am. Why did I just tell you about all this damn anomaly? I should have kept silent. I should have just lied. Because of me, you were on the verge of death. It's all my fault. I grabbed her by the shoulders and pulled her to me. That's not true, Juno. Believe me, it's not. I would have gone there anyway. I don't know how, but at the moment I felt such rage, such injustice, that I didn't think about anything. Uni helped me. Don't blame yourself. It's all my fault. Juno pulled away from me, her hand expressing only sadness. What is your fault, Phil? I shouted and shrugged my shoulders. I have not fulfilled my destiny. I disobeyed the elders. I disobeyed my parents. I wanted to live for myself, but is it possible? Is it right to live for yourself when you're responsible for so many people? I should have realized this earlier, but I was too stupid, too selfish. I wanted to do everything to revolve around me. I wanted to put my own interests above others. And what did it all result in? Juno looked at me blankly. Do you really think you are to blame for everything that happened? Of course, and who else as soon as I left? But the virus didn't appear as soon as you left. And even so, how could you stop the anomaly? Juno looking at me with her head tilted to the side, as if she really couldn't figure out what I was talking about. I don't know, maybe it just wouldn't have got to us if I had stayed. It would have gotten to you anyway, Bill. I was synthesizing the cure. I know something about the anomaly. As I suspected, it was created artificially, and it is programmed specifically for your planet. I suspect that each planet has its own anomaly. I need to drink something. But back then I thought it was all the same. Wait, what? She smiled sadly. Again, how does she smile sadly? Juno smiled sadly. Again, oh my god. You couldn't stop it, Phil, believe me, it was impossible. It would have happened anyway, but you would have died too if you had stayed in your village. So to some extent, your selfishness, or whatever you call it, saved you. I bit my lip on the inside, feeling how fast my heart was beating, how everything in my chest was bubbling with disbelief and injustice. But why? Why did I escape? Why would someone need to send an anomaly to our planet? What does this all mean? You shrugged your shoulders. I don't know, but maybe you were saved from some more important purpose? I looked at Juno. My heart was beating fast in my chest, aching profusely, painfully contracting. What are we going to do now? Juno looked away. Don't know. Sorry, but your planet, no one survived. The last time I was there, the whole area was infected. I'm sorry, Bill. You're the only survivor. Whoa! We actually get a glimpse of how we look like. Holy shit. This news caused confusion and fear in my soul. I couldn't believe everything that had happened to me. But maybe Juno was right. Maybe I really survived for some higher purpose, much more important. Maybe my fate wasn't over yet, my destiny was just ahead. Or maybe it was all a fairy tale, and there was no destiny, no mission. It was all just a coincidence, which turned out to be so easy to believe. Now I could no longer know this. There was no one left who would challenge my words, who would tell me how to do the right thing. The flow of my thoughts was interrupted by a bright, colorful explosion. June and I turned to the window at the planet that was my home, on which my parents' bodies were left, shattered into tiny pieces, drowning in the red light of the anomaly. I couldn't make a sound. All the words seemed to be stuck in my throat. Juno and I watched the whole world through the small one disintegrate into fragments, dying, despite how bravely we fought. My heart stopped for a moment. My whole life flashed before my eyes. Childhood, youth, parents' faces, villages' finals, the beauty of nature, its diversity and uniqueness. None of this exists anymore. I reached out and squeezed Juno's hand in mine. A single salty tear rolled down my cheek. I was saying goodbye to my home, my family, my past life. To the elders, the neighbors, even to Damien, who, although he was never my friend, still didn't deserve such a fate. I promise I will avenge your planet, Phil. No matter what it costs me, I will do everything, and I will take revenge on those who did this to you, to your house. Juno squeezed my hand tight in response. I felt the warmth coming from their country of our palms. Juno was all I had left, and I was glad that she was there. She was on my side. She saved me, and I was eternally grateful to her. I was forever in her debt, and I was ready to give everything if only she would never regret her choice in life. Thank you, Juno. Will you take me with you? I was afraid to hear her answer. On one hand, I had nowhere else to go, but on the other, I wanted to stay with her, not because I couldn't go anywhere else, but because my home no longer existed, but because this was my destiny, the one I chose for myself. To be with Juno, to spend as much time with her as I was allowed to, and to avenge my home, for my family, mom and dad, for my neighbors, for every bit of flora and fauna. Of course, Will. We watched the fragments of the planet fly through space as the ship would sail further into the darkness. A game by Dirty Fox Games. Art by Zad. Music by Anthony Lude. Special thanks to Unbear. Thank you for playing. Oh, that's how it ends? Damn. I didn't get to make any choices, I just watched a linear story. Why is there a load and save feature? Why are there freaking 9 slots for this? There's nothing to save over. There's no alternative route you can take. It's just a linear story. Why do I need 9 pages of 6 save slots? Damn, okay. Oh, I guess. After choices, what is this? I'm gonna skip everything. Let's see what happens. My name is Vale. How do I skip? That doesn't do anything. There's no choice to make. Oh my gosh.
Self-voicing enabled. Page 1.
Wait, what?
Self-voicing enabled. Load slot 2. Tuesday. Without hiding the sarcastic notes in my voice, it chuckled from under the bed.
Oh my god, this voice acting.
It is unbelievable. An act of outstanding generosity. Dad, I told him the same.
Dad.
Stefan is the best tailor in our village. A truly gifted man. As if the matter of heaven herself testimonies hands. Self-voicing disabled.
Okay, well, this was my furry Protogen. Thank you all for watching, and damn, now I want more. Oh, I got Sad Juno as a card on Steam. Damn. Confused Ju I got 2 Confused Juno cards. And a Sad Juno card. Damn. Okay, my free provision. Keybinds, what the heck? Scroll, front, skip message, that's like back. Control button. Right click. Middle click. Escape keybind. Okay. They want to touch my presents? Oh my god. What a storyline. Freaking sex and death. Violence in movies and sex on TV. I just wanna take a peek at like the sequel. Wait, this DLC? Oh, 18 plus patch. Additional scenes about the combination of multiple character storylines. Is this the inspiration for Delta or having only one ending? My Furry Protogen 2. Can't really figure out what the lore is for the sequel. Juno marriage. Oh my god. Oh my god, stop Juno pare pillow and Aprashi. Wow. They got freaking merch. Okay, chat. I'm gonna make a visual novel. I wonder how many AVTL's artists use unconventional tools to draw diaper art. Thanks for the hydrate. I usually use Scratch because of active tools. I surprisingly good for art. I don't even have an account since I used the exploration. This literally means I have to save it all into a project if I every time I make new art. You make art in Scratch? That's actually quite based. I'd love to see it. But yeah, welcome on in. I just finished the game I was playing. I just got the ending, the one ending of the game. Thanks for the hydrate, Amelia. I not getting enough information for first date. What about the third game? My furry neighbor. Oh my god. Okay, so the second game actually has choices. Okay, so is the second game better? I'm gonna need to buy the game. Okay, and the third game is the final chapter where they defeat the anomaly, I guess. Okay. Well, I'm gonna end stream now. I need to poop. But okay, you didn't need to know that. But thank you all for being here. Thank you all for keeping me company and cheering me on. I probably will not play the other Furry Protogen game, my Furry Protogen games, but it was fun. I enjoyed this. Um, yeah. Next stream, I'll probably either be back on VR chat or on Bay play another game. But in the meantime, thank you all for watching again, and remember, always remember, be cringe and be free. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.